Welcome back to the Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And welcome back, Bluey.
Back again, looking out for the men.
For the men. And today, just as well, today we have a male focus.
A male focus?
Show. And it is, what do good men really look for in our wives?
Okay, well, thank God that's the male focus.
Well, can you answer that on behalf of all the blokes?
What do good men really look for in a wife?
Yeah? Stay away? What's that, stay away?
A mute. One that can't talk. Sign language.
Because that's actually a lot of women that date should be thinking of this question, really.
Ooh.
This very impact, but they're not really.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, look, modern dating often focuses on attraction, confidence, career success, and chemistry. Yeah?
How much money you got?
Yeah. But when a man is choosing someone to spend the rest of his life with, are they
It's usually physical characteristics.
But are they still the qualities that matter the most? You know, you're saying attraction, confidence, career success, and chemistry. Actually, superficially, it is, because when a lot of men are question, what are you looking for? Often than not, that's what they say. But do they really? But is that what they really need, or are they just parroting what they keep hearing? Do you get the difference?
Yeah.
Because like the female version is like, oh, what are you after? Yeah, tall, dark and handsome. Tall, dark and handsome.
Good sense of humour.
Good sense of humour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
It's just like the standard
The
question.
standard. I mean, it can't apply to everyone. So everyone's different. So obviously they're parroting. They don't know themselves. They're
Well, there
parroting.
really is how much money every year?
Yeah.
Will I have to get a job?
Sounds like something from a Chinese dating park.
Yeah.
You've heard of those?
I have. They're pretty, that's insane, them dating parts in China.
Yeah.
The parents come past and grab you and say, oh, my daughter's good. You should be... And she's sitting there in the corner sort of smiling,
Yeah.
but
And everyone,
shyly.
Yeah, everyone's, or at work, everyone seems to be looking for the exact same thing. You know?
Yeah.
The men is someone young with a
With
good...
a house and a car and a good job.
A man is a woman not to have those things.
No,
young,
yeah, I meant,
fertile.
I thought you meant the woman looking.
Yeah, okay. We start with the man first. Fertile, young, fertile.
And good looking.
Good looking. And you know what? Emotionally stable and provide a stable and have emotional support.
Good looking overwhelms
A
nearly
good looking
everything.
emotional support. But those are the things that, like, in order. But that's pretty much what they're after, whereas women are after basically a provider. Does not a man that's earning well, at least as much as she does, no matter how much she's earning.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, for today episode, we're exploring the 5 qualities that many men commonly say they value in a wife.
5 qualities? There's 5 of them?
I thought you were going to say only 5. Is it only 5? We're talking about the main ones today, and why these qualities often become even more important after the wedding than before it. So really, look, it's not about creating a checklist to judge women. It's about understanding the qualities that help build strong and lasting marriages.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what would really get it over the line. I mean, look, when people marry, they marry with the intention of it lasting, yeah? No one said, okay, this one I'll get for 3 years, through marriage are predetermined. So if that's the case, you should be selecting based on that premise, shouldn't you? So, look, there's a difference between dating versus marriage. I mean, would you choose the same person for a fun weekend or as you would for the next 50 years?
Well,
so use the same type of criteria?
Well, probably not.
Yeah, come on. It's pretty odd. But it's surprisingly people don't think of that. You'd be amazed.
Well, people are pretty much into short-term
but short-term
gains, especially men.
A large part, they don't haven't put much thought into it,
Yeah.
which is actually very surprising and sad.
Considering it's one of the biggest things that you'll ever go through in your life.
Actually,
like
the biggest decision of your life. I mean, how much time do people consider
Buying a car?
Buying a car. Which type of car would be suitable for me? You know, people do a bit of research.
Where will I go holidays?
Where will I go holidays?
Where will I spend my money on?
What type of house
like
to buy?
investments
Or things
stuff
like that. Or even the next restaurant you want to go to.
Yeah.
People, how people plan, think about it and plan. But how much time do people spend thinking about what type of partner they should be looking for? What type of qualities?
Yeah.
And this is the most important decision ever.
Yeah. Well,
Like I said.
I saw a YouTube short just recently, and the guy was giving relationship advice to young men.
Yeah.
And he said, whatever you do,
Yes.
don't hook up with a woman until you've made it and got your own stuff all together and things. But another guy was giving commentary on that, said, I'll tell you one thing, if I didn't meet my wife, there's no way I'd be a multimillionaire now.
Yeah. There's two things.
Yeah.
Two things. So I understand, look, if you have to be financially
Stable.
stable. You don't have to be mega rich or wealthy, but stable and have enough sense, really, to be able to look after at least yourself. So it's because you cannot be a burden on a woman.
No.
Because she's a lot weaker, less stamina, very unfair.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, and someone less capable of doing that than you are. Just like, sit at home while you know, a 12-year-old girl goes and mows the lawn for you at home. You see her sit watching the footy. Come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, yeah, you have a bit of a personal pride.
Well, it depends on what footy team's playing.
Or you're too busy. You got to go out and spend time with your mates, see your mates or something. Oh no, I'm too busy. That my favourite show's on, or whatever. You know, after you come home from school, sweetheart, then you don't do anything. You don't have homework, so you can go mow the lawn. You know, so it works both ways. Now, the person that said I would not be a millionaire if I did not marry my wife, he's the person that married well, really thought of it, selected well. Now, she wouldn't have been a millionaire, not necessarily a millionaire to start with, yeah? And he just married into wealth. Is that she enabled him to become a millionaire.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
She's got a skill set.
She's got the skill set. Very different. And so, yes, you can become mega wealthy if you've married right, far more than what you'd be able to do on your own, achieve on your own. Because at the end of the day, well, you're one person and you can only be one place at a time and do one thing at a time. If not, you're not even human. Okay.
Unless you can multitask.
So, look, all right, back to the discussion, dating. Dating asks, do I enjoy spending time with this person? Marriage, though, asks, can I build a life with this person?
Bit
There's
of a difference there, isn't it?
Very different questions.
Bit of a difference there.
Because the key thing to take from this really is marriage isn't choosing someone for today.
No.
It's choosing
It's
someone
every day.
Someone for every tomorrow. Every tomorrow. The
It's
day
every
after,
day.
the day
It's every
after.
day.
So the qualities are going to be different from just
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, so what would we look at then? Well, the most important thing is character, yeah?
What we look at? Well,
Yeah, well,
what, 36, 24, 30?
well, for the next 50 years, though, looks are not going to be relevant as much because
yeah.
it's
It'll
going
sag.
to fade.
It'll all sag down.
It will fade.
Gravity will hit.
Youth will will fade. That's 100% certainty. As long as you're human and you're living, it will happen.
I remember it being in this comedy show in New York and Broadway. It was so funny. This old lady, she was about 80 on the stage.
Yeah.
And she says, when I was young, I used to flash my boobs. And she would pull down pretend like she would, the action of pulling down her top. She says, but now I'm this age, I'd have to do this. And she lifts up a jumper from the bottom up.
And people were like, she actually lifted it up.
Well, she was only she's only demonstrating it. She says, now if I've got to flash my boobs to lift up my jumper.
And probably instead of everyone staring, everyone run away.
Instead of lifting it down, I've got to lift them up. Lift my jersey up. So
yeah. But look,
everything sags after a while.
Everything sags. So looks become less important.
They do.
Less important.
It's more about character, isn't it?
It's more about character, and that's what it should be based on, because that is what will make a marriage last.
Yeah.
Because looks are not going to.
And you never really get asked about, usually the first question you get asked if you're out and about, what do you do? But they never sort of ask any questions regarding your morality or your ethics, your position on ethics, or
it's a bit more difficult on that.
I suppose it's a difficult question, isn't it?
Difficult question. It's and not necessarily asked, because people, they're kind of it's more demonstrated, because almost everyone's going to say the same thing because they paint themselves in a good light. But not everyone can do it.
Yeah.
It's all this unconsciousness.
Yeah.
It's things to look out for.
Yeah, you might be able to keep up the masquerade for a bit, but not forever.
Not forever, and you have to keep remembering to do it, because it's because it doesn't come naturally.
You got to have a good memory.
Yeah, you have to keep remembering, and inevitably you're going to forget. It's going to slip. So those are the things you look at. You can listen to what they say, what they're like, but then you follow up and see if that's correct by watching their actions. Mm-hmm. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And to the question, people ask, what do you do? Sometimes it is a fair enough question. Just like if you're meeting someone, a friend even, same sex, it's not ever going to be romantic.
Yeah.
But you still ask that. It's kind of like getting the conversation going and getting to know about them.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's strange how it's always like the first sort of one.
Yeah.
And it's the most,
or
it's the question that they want to know the most. You know straight away they're trying to assess what you've got and who you are. And if you notice that when if you answer, not so much in my case, but if you answer and you don't meet their expectations,
it's kind of,
there's suddenly, it was nice to meet you, bye-bye.
Okay.
And then they're off.
Yeah, like, I'm a janitor.
Oh, what do you do for a living? I clean public toilets. Oh, all right, that's interesting. Oh, well, nice to know you. Bye-bye. But if you say, I run an international corporation and we've got the rights for this, or we do this, or whatever, then you'll find that they're around like a bad smell.
Yeah. But even something say, I'm doing my doctoral studies in viruses or something like that.
Something like that.
Like that. Then that still picks it. It doesn't necessarily mean the other person's rich.
Yeah.
But it means that
they're
smart.
You've got smarts.
They're smart. And so it tells you a bit of their person.
Yeah. That means that they've done a PhD or a master's degree or something like that.
They've a certain level of quality, the person.
Definitely.
Yeah. Versus, a cleaner, forget aside how much money it makes or in terms of social status it is, but if someone they can end up having be a cleaner in life, you think that they don't have that much going for them.
No, that's
even
right.
in character, they're not that smart.
Yeah, they're not motivated.
Yeah, or motivated.
They don't have ambition.
Or don't have ambition. So it may not entirely be about money. To be fair.
Yeah.
So.
But the other thing about it is that even if someone doesn't have ambition, maybe they've got happiness, and maybe there could be, a global CEO or whatever. There's no way that they could ever match that happiness of a simpleton.
Yeah.
And what's more valuable to someone being around? Well, you could be around a super wealthy mega CEO with massive amounts of money living in the beautiful places, but you could be so miserable.
Because you could be mentally abused.
You could be mentally abused, tortured, because they might be misogynist or whatever. They might have like this control freak nature, because to get to that level,
or a sociopath.
Sometimes you need to be a control freak.
But there could be a sociopath.
There's all manners of possibilities. But, is a rich man, is a really wealthy man, somebody that's really happy? Even if he's just a gardener or something, but he holds the happiness. They might have all the money, but we got the happiness. So which person is the best to be around sometimes, Let's go for a walk in the garden, love. That's all we can afford. But it might be a happy walk in the garden.
Walk in the garden.
So sometimes it's not about, what do you do and what do you do for a living and how much have you got? But I would say it's more so what you want to try to do is figure out what kind of moral and what kind of ethics and what kind of persona and character does the person have. And at the end of the day, the most important thing in this life, beyond all other things, is happiness. Is to keep our happiness. Mickey Mouse could do it. He could be happy no matter what was going on, so can't we?
So look,
happiness.
Okay, you pretty much agree there are certain characteristics that are quite universal in terms of appealing, like things that people agree that it's great. Honesty, yeah. Yeah, that's a great thing. Integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even, like I say, your partner, your spouse would later on be your spouse, say that do something that actually carry it through. They wouldn't cheat.
Yep.
You know, have loyalty.
True to their word.
True to their word.
True blue.
True blue. And that's someone you can rely on, because when you're living with someone, if that's, you know, you rely on the other person to do their part.
Yeah.
Don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, have integrity. And not you having the stress of trying to, did he do it or did she do it? Have to go keep following up and checking you. Then you might well not have that partner. You might as well do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Yeah, like how many bosses or people that have businesses have employees? There must have been at least one you come across. Yeah, that you have to keep double checking on them, following up on them to see if they've done it.
Yeah.
And how much time does that take you?
Yeah.
They're saying, you might as well do it yourself.
Might as well do it yourself.
And then some people let go of that. And I think I've heard of people, business, just letting go of all the employees and doing it themselves once they figure out a way to.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, structure it.
Like the time you train someone and do all of that.
By the time you explain to them what you want done, anyway, hang on, that time I could have just done it myself.
Yeah, but the thing is that's a one. You only need to show somebody once or twice, and then they've got it. Then
they should.
Whereas,
but if things are different, every different projects or whatever.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, then you got to explain in detail.
Then you're better off doing it yourself.
Okay, yeah, loyalty. We all agree. That's the whole point of a marriage. Kindness too. Yeah, we all love that. That's universal. Someone kind. Right? And look, because beauty changes, money changes as well. Someone that's got a big money, what happened? They could lose it. It's
not beyond the realms of possibility.
It's not impossible.
Hello. And in fact, it happens more often than not.
Yeah, especially now.
There's one thing about making money, but the other thing is about being able to keep it.
Keep it, yeah.
It's a different skill set.
It's a different skill set. Because, choosing someone based on money doesn't mean that the money will keep being there.
It might be here today, but they could make one mistake, one silly sort of out of their head
mistake, or lose. You know, if they say a corporate professional high flyer, all of a sudden they lose their job.
You lose their job,
or be made redundant.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I please help you?
Can I please help you? That sort of thing. There's so many executives now, or people like high professionals. Like say, going back to China because they've got a major downturn. And there's one person with a PhD and like 3 or 4 master's degrees that's now delivering food.
Yeah.
Food delivery driver now.
Food delivery drivers. Yeah.
And that's what
you're overqualified.
They're overqualified, but cannot find work.
Yeah.
So those things. So at the end of the day, character is the most important, and that is revealed over time. Can't ask someone, tell me about your character. What do you think they're going to say? They're going to mention all the things that we just mentioned.
That's why you sort of want to know the friends, because from the friends you'll know them.
Yeah.
It's like if they're hanging around with somebody with things through their nose and Mohican haircuts or whatever, or covered in tattoos over the neck or whatever.
Well, that might be appealing for someone that has pink or blue hair.
Yeah. But I mean, you'll know people through their friends as well, wouldn't you?
What type of friends do they keep?
Yeah, what kind of friends do you keep? Do they swear all the time? Are they aggressive and when things or
if
whatever?
If it's a 40-year-old man and all his friends are in their 20s, that tells you a lot about him too.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know if... probably.
It shows a level of immaturity.
I don't know if there's so many people with that, but yeah.
Or people, the most are one of the worst things, especially those on dating sites and they're older, say 60-year-old man or
they
in
put
the 60s.
A photograph from 30 years ago.
Not in
that photo's a bit faded. Are you sure that's up to date?
Well, they say I'm older, but I'm young at heart. Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I
they've
think
got all the cliches.
I think young, I know, or yeah, do things young. But hang on, then what's the point of going with you over choosing someone that's actually young? The point of choosing you that has the mind of a 30-year-old and acts like a 30-year-old over going with an actual 30-year-old, because at least you get to enjoy the hot young body. You've now got all the disadvantages of why would I choose you? Because if you're older, what people choose as an older partner is like life experience, don't they? Yeah, life experience, skills, and all that knowledge they've accumulated.
Wherewithal, after a while, you get to know this place intimately. You sort of know your way around, you know.
But if you're still acting as like a kid and that,
even in your 20s, we don't know. We think we do, but we think we've got it figured out, but we really don't.
Yeah.
When we get another 10 years older, we look back and we go, gee, I really didn't know much when I was in the 20s. And then you look back and you go, I didn't know much when I was in the 30s.
How could I be so dumb?
How could I have been so stupid? How could I not see that? And you know what? It was even if you had to rewind the clock back now and somebody said, okay, if you press this button right here, you can go back to being 15 again.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Would you do it?
I wouldn't. I don't think I would. Unless I had the same mindset right now and go back.
Yes.
I would tick that button as quick as I could.
Start again.
But if I had to come back being a 15-year-old like dopey again,
no.
That would be. I wouldn't do it. It's just too risky.
So really, I'm going to ask our listeners this question to really think about it. I mean, would you rather marry someone who's beautiful or someone you can completely trust?
Can't we have both?
Yeah. Or, well, there's an Asian saying that's gone around. A beautiful wife is someone else's wife.
No.
Just think about that. Have a think about
the grass is greener over the other side. The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorn.
No. Basically, it's not yours. It'd be so many people after that as well.
Yeah.
So there's no point.
Yeah.
Now, another quality the men would be looking for.
Another one.
Quality two, the emotional stability and peace, yeah?
Emotional stability and
peace. I mean...
Well, that's the end of the show, folks.
Well, you're not going to get it. Look, you know...
Emotional stability.
Okay, just asking you, do men value a peaceful home, yeah? I think most people do. I mean, I'll be surprised if anyone doesn't want a peaceful home. Yeah? So want arguments and all the drama all the time? Look, what makes a peaceful home? You know, you have emotional regulation. People
I wonder how many of them there
emotions.
are. I wonder how many peaceful homes there are. Is there such a thing?
Then it comes back to character, you know? Can someone remain calm under pressure? Or do they take it out on those around them? You know, that sort of thing.
One of the ways that I was told how you check for if it's a good woman or not, that if you're looking to marry, is put them next to screaming children and see if they can keep calm.
Can they keep calm? Can they deal with the situation? That's actually a very good idea.
Around screaming children. Because if she can't, then you know that's... And
especially if you want to start a family, looking at having a family.
Yeah.
And remember...
Because that's what you're getting.
Yeah, you're choosing who's going to be the mother of your children.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would they do around children? Can they handle it? Or are you going, as soon as you walk in the door, they're going to run to you and tell you about the problems with the kids all day and blah, 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 wanting you to sort it out. I'm saying, hang on, isn't it your job? Saying you can't handle that, and also handling disagreements. When you have a disagreement, does your partner go off?
Yeah, just like they just don't accept any form of I'm right and that's it.
I'm right, no.
And then they just argue completely.
But will it work? Well, if they do not agree with you. So if they think you're wrong, really, and then they lay out why.
Yeah.
Their position.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you've got to explain your position.
Respectful communication.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what you find for the most part, or for many people anyhow, they just go off. As soon as they can't handle a question or they can't handle something with a bit of pressure, they just go off and they think, oh, if you get aggressive, and if I talk the loudest and scream or whatever, then I must be the one that's right. I've got the authority in the house, you know? And that's just silly nonsense. What it's showing is a level of immaturity and a lack of intelligence in the functionality of things.
Because, look, home should be a refuge.
Or a sanctuary.
Sanctuary, but not another battlefield. I mean, you already have that at work.
Every time we walk out that door, it's like walking into a war zone, really, in a way.
In a way, yes.
And what we want to do when we come in from a home is like have a home, sweet home.
Yes.
Whereas there could be a fire inferno blazing outside the window, but inside it's peaceful and homely.
Yeah.
And nurturing, no matter what's outside that window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because remember,
and that's where we need to be
when you face the world, I mean, life is hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And
if you've got a schizophrenic partner at home,
that's another thing you've got to deal with.
You end up sitting in your car in the garage until it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. Because, look, many men don't come home looking for perfection, though, do they? They come home looking for peace. They don't expect everything to be perfect. I'd hope not. Because no one is perfect, but they can expect it to be peaceful. No, that's not unreasonable at all.
Yeah.
And look, what we say in terms of character and for the relationship to work, again, it's shared values. You know, you got to agree on whether or not you want to have children. Okay, and that's non-negotiable and no compromise.
That's probably the biggest thing, isn't it? Really. You either do or you don't.
You either do or you don't. And you have
to
make it clear.
There's no compromise between one or the other. And
no. You can't have half a child.
No, you can't.
Yeah. You have them or not. And if you don't, be very, very clear, especially the man, because a woman's youth is very precious, very limited. Once that's gone, that's part of her life she can never get back.
Can't get it back. Gone.
Yeah, I know men want the young and pretty. That's right, because everyone's attracted to pretty. But if you don't want kids, do not go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot emphasize how important this is. And well, you think you play around. Oh, okay, you have your time and then off, and then she wouldn't be able to find me again. But later, guess what? She'll be the one hurling at you, or the resentment. And we probably say, I don't care, I don't hear it, and going off.
Well, a lot of guys probably might not care.
Might not care, but energetically wise, that hatred will keep going at you, like spear knives in the back.
Yeah.
And compound them to how many women you've done it to. It's compounding effect.
Compounding effect.
Yeah.
Compounding indeed.
And also money. Like I say, spender and a saver. Okay, the saver never work. Forget it. If you don't even think about compromise, there's no such thing as compromise will not work. You know, it's like a saver think, oh, that's good with someone's good with money. Oh, no, think that, okay, I'll be good with money. I'll be able to sort that person out. Guess what? If anything, you think they're used to spending that level of money, you're going to cut that off or criticize them. What's going to happen? Arguments all day.
Yeah.
Or what's the compromise? Okay, the saver spends more and then the spender spends less. So compromise, well, that means you're both suffering. Okay? Because the saver is painful seeing money spent in the way that they're not used to. They've got
especially if it's frivolous.
Yeah, frivolous. And to them, it's frivolous. To the other person, it's a necessity. I need to have a holiday every year. I need to have a $30 glass of beer.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
The other person, why would you need a $30 glass of beer when,
Yeah, there's some bottles of water at $160 each.
And the person, I need to drink that type of water.
And they wanted, I was in places where they were drinking that kind of waters, and it was like, what on earth?
The other person see it. So even
it's probably just run through a filter or something.
So even if the other bottle, okay, I'll compromise, I'll buy a $50 bottle of water then instead of $120. that's still ridiculous to the other person.
Yeah.
So, and the one willing to cut back.
That's not a happy recipe there.
It's not a happy recipe. They're both suffering then.
Yeah.
So it's just suffering a bit less. So you're both suffering. So instead of one person doing all the suffering, now it's spread between two people to do the suffering.
Oh dear.
So there is better partners for you, more suitable partners for you then.
So the spender should be with a spender?
Yep. And the saver be with a saver. They'll build a castle together. Two savers together. The spender, well, there'll be no money left and no one can blame the other person.
But they might be really happy.
They might be really happy, but there's no money, there's going to be no money around. Though eventually, because of that, one person will have to eventually hit them, I'm going to cut back.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, we change in life, don't we? I mean, it wasn't that when we were young growing up, we used to put football players on the wall and pictures.
But this is the thing.
You know, and we don't do that anymore. We change.
No, the thing is a difference. Are people changing because their nature has changed, the characteristics, or just because there's no more money around, so they're forced to change?
True. Yeah. Could be that, or as you say, they mature.
Or
because we don't like the same things as what we did when we were 15, 16, 20, whatever.
Spender, that's something that doesn't mature with age, not necessarily. Very often doesn't. It creates the person throughout their life.
A lot of people see it as
characteristic.
Retail therapy.
Yeah.
They've got to buy.
They've got to buy.
I actually saw it once, you know, because I studied psychology for a bit, and I was like looking at some people, and I saw this person, this woman in a woman's clothes shop, and she had to buy. It was like an addiction. She had to buy it. It was like, yeah.
Yeah. So
it was like an addiction.
Yeah. So if a person is cutting back because circumstances cut, there's no more money, but then that means when money comes back again, oh great, it comes back again. Okay, great, I can spend again, be myself again.
Yeah.
So you have to be wary of that. Is that forced?
And perhaps even more so because they've been on a bit of a drought.
So it's revenge spending. Revenge spending kind of thing. And look, faith or philosophy as well. People's values like different religions. Okay, if we get together, you've got to convert to my faith or
religion
whatever.
is not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, and because it's been ingrained in people's DNAs for countless centuries.
And people don't even.
And it's kind of difficult to break it.
And you know what? Even people that actually don't. Are not active followers of their religion. I don't actually practice it simply because that's been ingrained. They expect the other person to as well. And for me, I said never convert just because you're marrying for someone else. Well, people who would say, listen to your show, for example, and they say, oh, well, how do I find a good person for marriage? Well, one of the places you would be looking to go to would be a religious place. Your own religious place.
Because your own religious place. But if you go to a place and you see people who've got morals, suddenly they've got ethics. They're not going out and they're not doing the things. So you'd presume that you'd find a good person there. But if you look at it, one of the things about marrying that good person, even though could be a great person, and perhaps it is a really good idea to do that, but you know what you'd be doing every Sunday for the rest of your life? What are we going to do this weekend, love?
Church,
it's the same thing temple, again.
Whatever.
Praise the Lord. And now we're there. We're there again.
Okay.
Which is great in many instances, but if you get the wrong one, you could be wasting a lifetime. Yeah.
And now philosophy, it's kind of like if you're conservative or libertarian, or not libertarian, or liberal, say progressive. In other words, right wing and left wing. It doesn't work. Forget it.
Two cheeks around the one asshole.
Yeah, the values are too different. Yeah, when people say philosophy, it's not like saying, oh, do you agree? Because no one has gotten divorced because they don't agree with the other person's stance on human rights or animal rights or something. People don't get divorced over that. We got divorced.
Not sure if that's correct.
Because I didn't agree with that other person.
I was going for Biden. I was going for, there's been a lot of divorces over
Biden or Trump.
Or
that's
such
philosophy.
Things,
but that's philosophy.
Things.
But that's not same thing as I don't agree with his stance on human rights. We don't have the same views on human rights. That's why we're divorcing. oh, we're divorcing because we don't have the same view on animal rights. People don't do that. It's more because it comes back to a fundamental. Yeah, that's right. And also family priorities as well. Some people are very family orientated.
Yep.
They need to see their parents, at least if not once a week, once every few weeks, and the other person might only see the parents at Christmas.
If that.
Why do you need to see them all the time?
Yeah.
Then that creates problems and lifestyles.
Didn't you see them last year?
Yeah. Love struggles when two people want completely different futures, don't they? Because compatibility begins with a shared direction. And also, look, marriage is a team. Yeah? Partnership, I mean, supporting
and there's no I in team.
The I in team.
But there is me.
Supporting each other and facing challenges together. People are not used to be surprised how many times people get asked what's a marriage and they never say that. You, as an exercise to our listeners, ask someone you know, what's a marriage? And wait and see what they say, what their answer is. But it's basically you both holding hands, facing the world together. Okay, facing challenges together, keeping your commitments and standing beside one another during difficult times. I mean, the traditional vows is to death, besides to death do us part, for richer, for poorer, sickness and in health, for the better and the worse. But everyone can do that in health and in wealth and the better.
And then they also say at the end,
they
also say at the end, till death do us part.
Yeah.
Maybe that should change until divorce do us part.
Until the money runs out.
Yeah, till we part.
until the money runs out.
Instead of death till we part, it's divorce till we part, because that's almost what's coming for nearly every marriage.
But think about it.
Is divorce.
It's when you're in your tough times, that's when you need your partner the most. And if they're not going to stand by you during that time, what's the point?
Yeah.
They're just then taking on a freeloader.
Yeah.
Not a life partner.
That's right.
So,
and a lot of marriages would break down in that because the other one's not willing to put up with the hardship.
With the hardship, can't take it.
And then therefore says, I'm just going to disassociate. And then, then you feel like you're alone in it anyways.
Yeah, and when you're dating, there are telltale signs of that. I mean, I heard of one guy, I mean, he did a business with his partner together, earning a lot of money. But then when the business hit an issue and they got all these returns, I mean, she just got up and ran away and left him to deal with it all. So you think that's a good indication to marry her? Super sign of trouble, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So, she would have dumped him when after he married her.
Yeah, and the reason and the underlying undertone to that is it's selfishness.
It is selfishness.
That's the problem with the things. Is like that's one of the reasons why marriages break down is because we're just so self-centered.
Yeah.
We wake up in the morning. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do? What am I? It's always the me, I. It seems like we're all I specialists. I.
And look, it's the ability to build a home, encouraging warmth. And it's not just about cooking and cleaning, family culture, raising children, hospitality, warmth, making a house feel like a home. Don't you?
Well.
And also, look, can these qualities be developed? Absolutely can. Character grows.
Well, what kind of show would they have to be listening to?
And have to be listening to me. So communication improves. Yes, people, and patience develops as you grow older, I guess, and wisdom increases.
It does.
It does, but it's very worrying if the older someone gets, they still act like a teenager.
Yeah.
When they're, say, in their 40s.
Well, one person might mature quicker than the other as well,
So,
it's not easy, is it? What a game.
What a game. So, So, questions that our listeners probably be thinking, like, I've often said, dating and marriages are two different selection processes. So, and what do I mean by that? You know, what I mean is basically you have to think about your selection criteria. I mean, if you're just after a bit of fun, dating for fun, you only need someone that's good looking and fun. That's it. Don't overthink it. However, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with that person or intend to, then you have to be a lot more careful and selective in who in selecting and looking at the qualities, don't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. The different selection process.
Yeah. Look, and I'm saying like the woman a man wants to date isn't necessarily the woman that he'll choose to marry, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why? Okay, so I'm going to ask you that as a man.
Ask me.
The woman a man wants to date isn't necessarily the woman he'll choose to marry.
Yeah. Well, look, if you're going out on a date and she's got great big high heels and things and fake lips and fake this and fake that and Chanel's and all of that, and you know, I don't know if you're looking at that and if you're looking to settle down, if you're looking for a life partner, maybe that could be as off-putting as off-putting could be. I
guess the very stark difference, and an analogy, is marrying a Jackie versus a Marilyn. See?
Okay.
Yeah, if people understand what I mean. Yeah, are we sure?
Yeah.
So, if,
as long as it's not Marilyn Manson.
And you know, look, character is number one. So, but people spend far more time improving their appearance than improving their character. Okay? That's what I guess you wanted to ask me. Look, because people think, firstly, that appearance is what's the big driver. But
it's certainly the attractor. And
look, to be fair, that's what gets people interested in you in the first place. Be willing to come and talk to you. And then you get to know each other.
Yeah.
So it's just like a book with
You've
a good
got to
cover.
have something with attract.
To attract first.
Yeah. Even a flower does it. You know, everything sort of tries to look pretty to attract something else.
Unless you're an authority on something and you're giving at a conference or something, giving a great speech and people getting impressed with you. Doesn't matter what you look like then, really.
Yeah.
People want to talk to you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And you bring a level of wisdom, knowledge that they.
But you've seen that. But you've got a place or ability, a situation where you can demonstrate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You need a platform for that.
You need a platform
like
for that.
The greatest racing car driver, Formula One or whatever. It's just an average person walking down the street without a car.
Yeah.
You know, Ronaldo or Messi without a soccer ball. It's just a normal person walking down the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even on his own, he can't do much. He needs a whole team. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, you know, can someone become more attractive over time simply because of their character? That's
Definitely.
what you wanted to ask me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yes. Because when you get to know that person, I guess in definition, after getting to know that person, they become more and more attractive to you. You see that person in a different light, don't you?
Yeah, you definitely. Absolutely. What's the one thing that destroys trust faster than anything else?
Okay. One thing it destroys trust, well, basically...
Well, mistrust, wouldn't it?
Mistrust, lying.
Yeah.
Lying.
Yeah, of
and
course.
being unreliable.
Yep.
If they say, yeah, I'll do it, don't worry, don't do it. You didn't do it? Because that person assumed you do it. Your partner assumed you do it, and because he said you were going to, and if you didn't, oh my goodness, then what's going to happen? They're going to have to. It could be a consequence that they're going to have to go fix, create more issues.
Yeah. And we mentioned before about being in a peaceful home.
Yeah.
And men would prefer that more than excitement.
Yes.
A peaceful home.
Would you agree?
Why
with
do you
that?
think peace has become so valuable?
Yeah, peace has become so valuable because people are under so much stress at the moment, especially now.
Yeah.
You know, We're in a cost of living crisis.
Yeah, it's a squeeze. You can feel the squeeze now.
And people are losing their jobs.
Yeah, there's a contraction in the economy for sure.
So we all need a refuge. Refuge.
Yeah.
That's why we need peace. Come on, it's got to be the home. At least I'll find some peace there. And so, okay. And I know, I've heard that women should never disagree with their husbands, but that's not what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, people.
What do you mean then?
People have the perception of that. Well, what I mean was, if you're already in line with each other. I'm thinking, there's no disagreement. In other way, you both have the same values, you both have the same goals.
Yeah.
Of course.
But there's always variations, isn't there?
Where he wants to go,
and in the variations, you can find disagreement.
Yeah, they're always variations.
You could have the same overlying undertones or the same outline.
Because look, peace doesn't mean silence. Whatever your partner says, you have to agree with them. It means that resolving conflicts peacefully and respectfully.
So can a strong woman create a peaceful home?
Yes.
She can?
She can. It depends on what...
She says, shut up or I'll hit you with this. Shut up or I'll hit you with this.
Because people can direct things to things running smoothly, organize things so it runs smoothly.
Yeah, everything's all taken care of.
Everything's all taken care of. You don't have, the husband walk home, everything's in order.
Well, how did we go with that? How did we do that? And the answer's there already.
Yeah, it's already taken care of.
Oh, all right.
Because she's capable.
Oh, well, that means I don't need to do it then.
Yeah, you don't have to worry.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
She's really good at that. So
how important is shared values compared with attraction?
Yeah, okay. How important is shared values with attraction? Yeah, it's actually attraction. Shared values is more important.
Yeah, well.
Well, yeah, yeah. So I'll rate it before attraction. Though I know attraction, you need to have attraction before you can go and talk to each other. Well, you want to approach each other to get to know
what about this
personal.
thing called love then? This crazy little thing called love. Can someone overcome complete different values? Can love overcome different values?
Different values? No.
It can't?
Because once you have
I thought love could overtake anything.
Because once you have different values, the love disappears.
Or does it?
Okay, just thinking, a conservative man and on a date with a progressive liberal woman. How's that going to work? I don't agree with you in Trump. Trump, you see, families break apart over different voting, how they voted differently.
Yeah.
And that is supposed to be love no matter what, because blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
But that's still enough to pull apart.
People have massive conflicts.
Yeah.
With partners over things like some will believe in conspiracies, or there's chemtrails, there's this, they're doing that, they're doing all these things are going on, and the other person thinks that this person's a nut job. They've banged their head on something.
Okay, now
they've got a concussion.
We're coming towards the end of our show.
Oh, can we disagree?
Much. We can't disagree. I think the clock is pretty definite on it. So thanks so much for coming in the voice of the man. And so, look, today's discussion wasn't about saying that careers, education, ambition, or attraction don't matter. They do, but marriage asks deeper questions. I mean, can I trust this person? Will they stand beside me during hardship? Will they create a peaceful home? Okay, will we build something together that's greater than either of us? Build alone? The strongest marriages are rarely built on excitement alone. They're built on character, shared values, mutual respect, commitment, and everyday acts of love. Perhaps that's why the happiest marriages aren't always the most glamorous, They're often the ones built by two ordinary people who consistently choose one another. Okay, so thanks to your
Well,
audience.
here's a big question. Here's a big question for you I wrote down before.
Yeah.
Would you marry yourself?
Would I marry
What a great question to people to ask their own self.
Yes.
If you had to marry yourself,
would you do it?
would you do it? So if you changed genders or something for a day or something and you met yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work out. But
if you were put in the other person's shoes, perspective,
what does that look like?
What would that look like? I mean, what would you think you have to offer the other person? Really? Would you choose yourself? Be honest, okay?
Because most of us don't like the sound of our own voice. I know I don't.
Okay. Thanks so much for coming in. Now, I'll leave the audience with this. With our listeners
Another
with
one?
this. Yeah. Look, I'm Miss Dragonfly, and I hope today's discussion helps you think more deeply about the qualities that truly matter when choosing a lifelong partner. So choose wisely, love wisely, marry wisely. I'm Miss Dragonfly, and together, let's make marriage great again. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in same time next week. And until then, it's bye for now.
And bye for then.
Yeah.